Hey everybody, welcome back. Excuse me, there's new gaming news. Big Yeetus is here to mix things up in Fall Guys. Oh baby, it's coming later today. Anyway, well, you know, you don't need... Like, it's Isaac, we don't need to talk about Fall Guys. However, 47 wins in a row. Agent 47, Sven Barchi. Starting with a little raw liver action. Nothing wrong with that. Honestly, I think a mid-season update is exactly what Fall Guys needs to keep things moving along. By the way, see, Fall Guys has been an incredible success story in video gaming. Reading the replies to every single one of their tweets honestly makes me think that if I were a game developer, I would rather just have a game that's a little bit successful instead of extremely successful. The average reply to a Fall Guys tweet, there's only like a few different variants. The most common is, why won't you release on Xbox? It's free money. That's a tough one. Could it be that perhaps... Look, I'm arguing with like 10-year-old kids, essentially, in my mind here, but... could it be because they got a bunch of free money to make it PlayStation 4 exclusive? Yeah, but okay. Anyway, not to mention it was a free PS Plus game, so I don't understand why you wouldn't do it. It's just free money. All me and my friends at the schoolyard have got it all figured out already. Just release it, forehead. There are dozens of people with Xbox Ones out there that want to play this game. The other most common one that I see is, hey, specifically Fall Guys Twitter account handlers, this is a clip of a game that I lost, but I feel like I should have won. Can you please fix your game? And then the third one is, you know, well-meaning, but there'll be like influencers who are like, hey, I'm just starting out. Can I get my skin added to the game, please? You know, I'm rooting for you. Doesn't bother me to see a bunch of, you know, content creator skins in the game, but I think it's pretty unlikely. I think you got a ways to go. I'm telling you, I think, ooh, hold on, can we, oh, I am already out here now. We've completed half the floor without even moving. Maybe the dream is not to have a mega successful game. Maybe the dream is to have a game that's very successful but remains in a specific niche instead of becoming a crossover mainstream hit. I don't know. I don't know. Or alternatively, maybe you're like, you know, just hire somebody to run the social media and then you can laugh about those messages in the break room, you know, while you're eating lunch. That's another alternative, and then enjoy your, like, you know, $100 million gross revenue you've made off the game so far, if not more. It probably is more now that I think about it, because it's sold at least 7 million on PC at 20 bucks a copy. So now I know there's regional pricing. Anyway. I'm just saying, okay? I think, I mean, Sissy Longlegs, great item. It's Invicta's favorite item in the game. I have it on high authority from the man himself that this is the best item in Isaac. Even better than Godhead, even better than Mom's Knife or Brimstone, even better than them both combined. He said he'd take Sissy over them. I don't have the audio tapes to back this up, but if you give me some time, I can deep fake it up for you. Okay, hold on. I know there was a Tinted Rock scenario back here. I think it had a bunch of money associated with it as well. This could be a big moment for us. The run is already, like, really good. Stats are totally fine. Maybe damage is a little light, but certainly not bad. And we got 2 orbitals and, like, a 3rd familiar. There's some very, very nice stuff going on here. But this could be the kind of, like, the pressure point that allows us to really get it moving. I don't want to be in this room. I wanted to be in the room that was adjacent to the shop. Okay, I knew I was going to get tagged there. Help me. Help me. We should save this. Why not? Yeah, happy Tuesday. Is Spelunky release day today? Well, sorry, Spelunky 2 release day. Come on, NL. Spelunky came out a long time ago. This is a real tough choice, okay? So I'm gonna take Black Candle, because I love it. But we also could have taken the playing card to see if it was 2 of diamonds, which would have then also allowed us to get the Jar of Flies, which is definitely better than the Book of Secrets here. So it's a very interesting sort of position we find ourselves in. We may be able to also still buy Jar of Flies, but we gotta do some work here first. We gotta do a little bit of work here first. There's no doubt about that. See what's going on in here. I think Black Candle was the right play. It's kind of like a boring play. I'm not gonna deny that, but I definitely think it's the right play. Not having curses is like... Honestly, it feels like a cheat code to have more fun. Okay. I know that the modern, like the common narrative, I think we don't take those, is that like cheat codes don't exist in games anymore because of the fact that like there's DLC instead. I think that that's a nice sentiment that people like to believe because it gives them ammunition to be mad at DLC. I don't really see it that way. You know? I know that there's like, you know, DLC for Capcom games where you can buy more HP and stuff like that, but apart from that, I've never seen DLC that's like, hey, if you buy this, you get God mode. Or if you buy this, you get infinite money in StarCraft. I feel like it just doesn't fit for why there's less cheat codes around nowadays. I don't buy the DLC argument. I'm just gonna be sincere with you. The second I see DLC that turns on big head mode, I could be persuaded to think the opposite. But for now, I maintain, I just want to make sure. Yeah, I maintain a certain veil of lack of pessimism. I guess you would call it optimism. Maintain a certain veil of optimism about it. Okay, I don't mind Lucky Toe. So we have no real negatives. Like getting the pentagram from our Monstro fight was super good. The only negative really is that you know, our deal with the devil, deal with the angel setup is still in flex, but that's pretty common for us lately since we've stopped taking every deal with the devil that shows up just to say that we took it. You know, not all deals with the devil created equal. We don't need them unless they're worth something. So I think that what we want to do is this, and then okay, it's Krampus. Probably either way we'll take the Krampus item, but I would prefer Lump of Coal because I don't think I've gotten my my fill of IV bag yet. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Alright, but we will take Head of Krampus. And then I will walk on this. And we'll get the heck out of town as soon as possible. That was, thank you, Reflexes. Much appreciated. I'll admit, it's kind of close. An early IV bag or an early Krampus's head. Instead of focusing on the potential negative, which is like, oh, we might have given up a better item, let's focus on the genuine positive, which is no matter what, they are both better than Book of Secrets, which is not very good at all. No offense, I mean, it is a part of the Bookworm transformation. Oh, yo, the aggro could have potentially saved us, but I still got. How am I doing today? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Okay, so maybe, I don't think we need to stop using Orbital yet, but use your more distant Orbital to stay conservative on this one. Yeah, it's been good. Yesterday was very busy with work stuff, but again, I kind of see it as like a temporary privilege to be like super busy with work stuff, so I'm not complaining about that at all. Okay, I guess we would prefer to have the pony, to be honest. Certainly swapping a lot of spacebar items early on here. But there is a demon heart back here for us that we can get minimum. I definitely think this is the right choice. We'll head down to the next floor. Maybe we'll get an arcade, get another IV bag down there. Just keep swapping it. But yeah, Spelunky 2 came out on PlayStation 4 today. I guess that we have a recurring theme in these episodes, which is games that have a little bit of artificial exclusivity. I don't even want to get into it, because, I mean, you know, Northernlion Tries is in a weird spot right now just because there's so much other stuff we've been busy with. Like, here's the Northernlion Tries was like, I like playing new games, and also it's an opportunity for some fresh content to be injected into the channel at all times. The Spelunky 2 is definitely the kind of exception that makes you want to, you know, give it a full-time series. Isaac is a full-time series. And then people are still loving the Fall Guys. As long as people are loving the Fall Guys, I'm not getting rid of that. Now everybody loves Trackmania. Trackmania takes a couple of days off. People lose their freaking minds. Oh, and by the way, we still got Monster Train challenges coming as well. So, you know, where is the time? People are like, oh, when is Northernlion Tries coming back? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we, you know, when realistically, when one of those kind of loses some steam. Secondarily, and perhaps this is more of a cheeky answer, when they add a 26th hour to the day, which will require them to add a 25th hour first, starring Ed Norton, Rosario Dawson, Barry Pepper. Yeah, I know the cast of 25th Hour. Brian Cox plays his dad. Anyway, stop taking so much damage. This is getting a little dangerous in here. But, you know, I've done stuff in the Epic Store for Northernlion Tries, and inevitably there's people in the comments that are like, you know, this looks cool. And then inevitably there's people in the comments in the second group that are like, this looks cool, but I won't support Epic. And then there's the third group, which is, I can't believe that you would show a video of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 remastered while it's on the Epic Store. Their practices are eroding my faith in the gaming industry, and so on and so forth. We gotta get something out of this. Thank you, thank you. Oh, you know what? I will gamble a little bit then. Suffice it to say, I disagree with that third camp, but we don't necessarily need to get into it. If anything, you know, better for me to keep my mouth shut than to... What's the expression? 'Tis better for a fool to remain silent than to open one's mouth. No, wait. 'Tis better to appear a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. That's a great expression. I'll stand by that here. And you can derive for yourself whether I'm being ironic with that expression, whether it's allegorical, or, you know, whether I'm playing it straight, depending on how it feels for you. I would love some HP. If not HP, I will settle for getting a little bit of money so that we can gamble on this guy. We appreciate the keys for now. We're more looking for red hearts. I wouldn't mind bombs, for sure. Looking more for red hearts than anything else. That's fine. I'm looking more for red hearts than any... Oh, bro. Okay, well, I'm gonna blow you up. You blow up my friend, I'm gonna blow up... well, I'm not gonna blow up your friend. I'm gonna... take your money, though. Okay, this shouldn't go wrong, but this is probably like the most dangerous place for this run right now. I hope that at the end of this run we'll look back and be like, remember Flooded Caves 2? Had to check. That's where things got a little bit spicy. So what are we looking for? Well, really, this, we know... We got an 80% yeah, we got an 80% chance of a deal with the devil. Whether it's devil or angel, after that, doesn't matter to me. I just use deal with the devil colloquially to refer to, you know, basically getting a room following the boss fight. Whichever one it is, it doesn't matter that much to me. What matters more is that it's, meritus. And honestly, even more so, we don't get to choose, so this is always kind of academic. But, I would, in this situation, honestly rather have more survivability than damage, which is something I don't say all that much. Most of the time, I'm in full-on, like, you know, survivability doesn't matter that much, just don't get hit forehead. I can't believe we didn't get hit. Things are getting spicy. Oh, okay. Stop. We do have a shop with the 2 of diamonds. 1 reroll machine plus a couple of spirit hearts. Really, it opens a lot of doors for us. That's probably going to get rerolled as well. Although it would get us closer to Beelzebub. Oh, you got to pop that earlier. That was a 10-cent loss for no reason, but... it's okay. We know what we want here. To be honest with you, we kind of want blank card and then maybe a card, but I think we got to remember it's not necessarily about just getting like the optimum line for a win. I think it's just about, you know, the longer you live, the more guaranteed a win becomes. I would definitely, I mean, in this house we stay in Diplopia. So I would like to get Diplopia maybe before this deal with the devil, and we'll use some bombs to do this. Yeah, chocolate milk is kind of like, it's hard to ignore. So blank card is like your... Here's the thing. Blank card is like buying a stock that you think is going to go to the moon, you know? Or you're buying into like a hedge fund it's managed by somebody who's got an incredible track record, you know? But the problem is, you know, if you're buying into that hedge fund, or that mutual fund, I should say, and you're, you know, 25 years old, you got all the time in the world. We're gonna try to get some more money for Diplopia here, by the way. If you're buying into that mutual fund and you're like 90, look, I'm not trying to say that you won't live long enough to realize some gains from it. I'm just saying, you know, it's kind of a weird investment. We're 90 right now, by which I mean we don't really have time to wait. We really need to get some value out of something as soon as possible. We're making less deposits at the ATM, and we're making a lot more withdrawals. I would like to find... I'll sack the Spirit Area. This doesn't bother me at all, but... I think that... the next thing that would be good for us... because we're not going to get any money here in all likelihood. Or maybe a little. It's not bad, actually. We really want to find our regular secret room. This seems like the most likely place now. Okay. I don't like to use the bombs so willy-nilly, but that's exactly what we were looking for. I mean, look, whether you agree or you disagree with my approach here, I think I came by it honestly, and I did a good job for all the little Hulkamaniacs out there. So, give me Diplopia for the time being. If it's trash, we can always Diplopia the shop after a reroll. Or in advance for a reroll. If we don't get a deal with the devil, we could always duplicate whatever we get from the Fallen, if it's any good. Still want a bomb in there for sure. Only got 2 bombs, but I would say highly worth. Dude, if only I could put one of my orbitals on the aggro enabler here. So we definitely want Dark Bum. I mean, I don't see a good reason not to dupe this. I don't know if we'll get the extra stats as a result of a second Sin Robe. We don't, but it's okay. I don't think we want a second one of those. I don't think it gives us enough. Still, I mean, I think it was worth it. I don't know. Maybe we would have been better off. We're not going to dupe Dark Bum, but we could have duped the shop instead. But I don't know. Seemed pretty good to me. And now I really do feel like empowered to use my orbital as much as possible. So I know it's going to bother you a little bit. Because people, I wouldn't say unfairly, by the way, but people are not always the biggest fan of me using my orbitals aggressively in this game. But I will say, I think there's 2 important things to be said in Isaac terms here. I think being able to use an orbital very well separates good players from great players. And I'm gonna hit you with one more. I think having the mental fortitude to not use your orbital when it's not prudent, i.e. when you be taking a bunch of damage trying to make it happen, is what separates potentially great players from master level players. So that's I'm insulting myself. You know, when my DPS is not incredible, sometimes it would behoove me to not use my orbital as much as I do, and I do it anyway. And I think that's one of the things I could definitely improve upon. So this was the, I don't know, you know, don't talk to me. I know that was wrong. So why did I do it? Because I thought if it was right, how sweet it would be. Okay. Box O spiders. Not bad, but certainly not good enough. Dude, I'll just say it. I'm not sure if this is legitimate, but I feel like this is one of the runs where we've gotten the most spacebar items we've ever had. We've actually gotten a good deal of passive items as well, which I'm very thankful for. But like, we started with one. We got IV bag. We got pony. We got Krampus's head. Now we got box of spiders. They tried to give us the shovel. I don't know if we can count that, but you know, I'm trying to strengthen my points, so I'm gonna count it. So yeah, anyway, Spelunky 2. It's exclusive on PS4. Honestly, exclusive on PS4 for 2 weeks. It ain't so bad. Now, admittedly, I do own a PlayStation 4. I feel for you, by the way. I'm not trying to say, like, you shouldn't be annoyed if you don't want to buy it on PS4. I've been there. You know, I've said it many times, you know. When Rock Band 1 came out, I was looking forward to it for, like, you know, the entire length of its pre-release. And then Harmonix and Viacom were like, so yeah, it's gonna come out in America on, like, you know, October something. And then, I don't know, it'll get to Canada when American Appetites run out. We didn't even know what date it was gonna be. Had to wait like 6 or 8 weeks to actually get access in Canada. So I hear you. You know, now I have a feeling there's going to be some comments that are like, yeah, but that's real scarcity. This is artificial scarcity. I suppose that's true. But you know, at the same time, I am also like, I don't know, I'm not trying to beg the question or like, you know, play devil's advocate here. I'm not really that guy, to be honest. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We kept Dark Bum. We lost Cuban Meat and the Fly. I think that was way worth it, for the record. It was very risky, but it kind of worked out. Got no complaints, at least. Yeah, take me down to the next floor. And with KB and Conception, if we get an arcade, we're loving it. But, you know, I mean, I'm in the business of artificial scarcity, you know? I could stream on YouTube and Twitch and, you know, what's the one that, like, gives the viewers cryptocurrency for watching on that one? And, you know, MLG.TV and Facebook Gaming. But I only stream on Twitch. You know why I only stream on Twitch? Because I have a contract with Twitch. For one, that, you know, it protects them, but it also, you know, protects me to some extent. You know, I've got artificial advantages, I suppose, due to that, or artificial scarcity. It's maybe not quite the same thing, because Twitch is like the largest audience, but YouTube might be a larger audience for live streaming now, but it's, I don't know. In the US and North American markets, I definitely think it's Twitch. Whenever I see like a stream on YouTube has 200,000 viewers, and this is not a negative thing, by the way, but it's always like a Portuguese stream of like a mobile first-person shooter battle royale. Not hating. I mean, look at the games I'm playing. But I do kind of feel that way sometimes, like, you know, when something is restricted to the largest platform, by virtue of it being the largest platform and thus being the one most worth your time, nobody bats an eye. But when the second largest platform gets some exclusivity, people are like, hey, what gives? I guess it's because mostly it's due to the exchange of a burlap sack with a $sign painted on it, rather than just like the developer's choice. But anyway, I don't know. Why am I talking about the business model of Spelunky 2? Who cares, dude? It's the same thing like when Spelunky 1 came out on Xbox Live Arcade first. Imagine the uproar if Spelunky 2 was an Xbox One exclusive for like 2 years. People would lose their minds. Although, I'm also like, on the other hand, if it was an Xbox One exclusive, I bet that means they would release it on Game Pass, which would mean that you could actually play it for free right at release. But, regardless, you know, we're spitballing here. It's been fun playing Spelunky 2 so far. I haven't played that much. But I think they've done an amazing job of making the game still difficult. Which I think anybody that's, like, good as Spelunky was kind of worried about. Like, oh, if I already know, like, if I can make it to heck in Spelunky 1, is Spelunky 2 still gonna even get me excited or anything? It's still hard. Like, the density of enemies in that game is a little outrageous. But anyway, apart from that, it's been a pretty low-key week. You know how it is, just making content. I have to admit, and I have to diagnose myself this. You might think that I create it. I don't see that as being my role in this. I have to diagnose myself with impatience. I know that sounds like I'm shirking blame. It's not. I think the first step of fixing a problem is recognizing that you have a problem. But I'm on this run right now, and I'm like, it's too slow. This run sucks. Now, is that logical? I don't know. The fact of the matter is, I actually think, despite having the pentagram and ceremonial robes, I think our damage and rate of fire, it's hard to tell with rate of fire because of chocolate milk, but our DPS is like a little below average. Even if it's not below average, it's very below average compared to well, I guess we will not have an arcade on this level, unfortunately. It's very below average compared to what we just had with our orbital. Okay, hold on. I really wanted you to be a demon judgment for Cambion conception purposes, but this is fine too. Sure, why not? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like, you know, I don't really regret using Sack Altar, but I do kind of wish it had taken, dare I say it? I wish it had taken, like, Dark Bum even, and given us a cube of meat. I don't know, that's probably, like, a little bit too big brain. But I do feel like my damage is pretty subpar. This would be a great time to get a deal with the devil. Let's just leave it at that. Or Small Rock, dude, honestly. Okay, here's the thing. Just hit me. I know that why would I want to be hit? Well, I think it gets us closer to Cambion Conception, which could get us closer to an Incubus or a Succubus. And we had the HP here anyway. Probably should have waited until we were like already done with the boss, but it's okay. We'd like to get her to step on this skull over here, if possible. Okay, if possible. If possible. If it might be possible for your foot to step on this skull. Is that really where I'm at? Is that the level of desperation I've reached? We got nothing out of it. I was really hoping after all the pageantry we get a little bit of fanfare, but that's alright. Okay, you're done, you're done, you're done. No deal with the devil, which is not unexpected. I don't think we're in a bad spot, but I think that this is, again, I gotta diagnose my own impatience. And remember, hey, there's no reason to be, oh my. There's no reason to be greedy. I thought that was a tinted rock. No reason to be greedy. You may find opportunities to, you know, take damage productively to get Cambion Conception happening. If you find those, I definitely think we should take them. We got a great deal with the devil chance here. How do you get 80%? It must be due to some kind of, like, does one of the items we have give us a better chance? Because 80 seems irregular. Usually goes 33, 67, 100. Repeating, of course. I don't know. Ain't got an answer for you. And also, I ain't got time to bleed. I'm just hoping, like, I believe in my abilities right here. But I definitely think that was just not very good. I definitely think this is the kind of run where if you don't pay attention to where you're at, you go down to the cathedral, or up to the cathedral, I guess I should say. And you find yourself not where you want to be on HP. Now, I think this was worth it, for sure. Wait, let me get this straight. I'm in the house, I'm in the basement, then I go down to the caves, then I go down to the womb, and then I go up to the cathedral, and I don't pass any of the other floors along the way? What is this, Dark Souls 2's Old Iron Keep? I don't think so, Edmund. I demand an explanation. There we go. I wanted this video to have one joke in it, and I think we got there. The moon. Oh, dude. Okay, hold on. Hold on. This is extremely great. So, Satanic Bible is what we want. We also want Bookworm, which should happen right there. But then, oh baby, we can already fly, although our speed is very low. So we will Black Rune that, and we basically got an enormous stat increase in, like, every category. So that's pretty great. Our damage went from 6.2 to 8.2. Our rate of fire went from 22 to 12. And we got Bookworm. Okay, congrats, you hit me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. That's not even like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, what a good play. Instead, I will just say, like, thank God we went into that curse room and got the Black Rune, because it actually was a marked statistical improvement. We also got an orbital out of it, which is a very scary thought. Now, I don't believe I have any guppy items, so we will be ignoring these, which is very rare for me. It's very rare for me, I'll admit. My guppy success rate has gone way down, and the reason it's gone way down is because of the fact that I rarely now, I mean, I can pinpoint it, you know? I'm more conservative with my deals with the devil. As a result of that, I no longer will, like, take a guppy deal unless the guppy item... there's two situations. I have so much HP, it literally doesn't matter, so why not take a guppy item? Even if it's like the hairball or, you know, Guppy's collar or whatever, Guppy's paw maybe could be the worst in some circumstances as well. Or if I've already gotten it, other Guppy items and have a great chance. I used to just, like, no matter what, I would take Guppy items. I think, honestly, if you were to look at, like, the history of my gameplay in Isaac, probably I've lost, like, double-digit runs exclusively attributable to the fact that we're a little over-aggressive with the Guppy items. So I'm actually... I dislike that we're getting Guppy less often, but I definitely like, you know, the way that things are going. Anyway, I'm pogged up for the rest of the week, dude. It's not an artificial pog, but it's the kind of... the pog is built on, like, this idea that, you know, we're now in the period... And I keep bringing it up because, honestly, every video, and I don't think they're all trolling, every video I mention that we're having a baby in, like, you know, less than 2 weeks, maximum, people are like, oh, I didn't even know that you guys were pregnant. Which is actually pretty sweet, because we get a lot of congratulations. Oh no, we have 2 dark bums now. So it's like an endless font of congratulatory messages, which is, again, very flattering, and I thank you for that. But I keep bringing it up, in case you're wondering, like, yeah, we know. There's a reason I keep bringing it up. You'd be surprised the amount of times you gotta get a message out there in order for, you know, your whole audience to hear it. Is this, you know, you ever see the same commercial, you know, for 2 years? And you're like, they gotta get a new commercial. Everybody's already seen this one. Everybody ain't seen. There's gonna be people out there, they're watching their TV, they're gonna be like, what the heck? Tide comes in pods now? It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm really appreciating... I don't want to call it, like, from a bachelor party standpoint, you know, like my last 2 weeks of freedom. But, you know, it's a very mature and reasoned take for sure that in a couple of weeks, life's going to change, if not sooner. And it's going to change in a big way, and it's a permanent way. So, kind of just... I'm enjoying the last little bit of... you know, I guess I'm enjoying the last little bit of... I thought maybe that would take a half heart. I don't know. I should know that by now. You know what? I'm going to give you one more because I'm a fool. I knew it was going to have a chance to pay out. Yo, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think it's worth it. The last little bit where, like, my priorities are different, you know? The last little bit where, like, the happiness of my wife and myself is number one on the pillar instead of, you know, the happiness of our infant. You know, and your life changes as a result of that. It's not just like a philosophical shift, you know, as your priorities shift, your lifestyle shifts as well. So I'm kind of, you know, I'm just mellowing out in that kind of mode right now. Enjoying having kind of unfettered access to get some work done and, you know, do some nice commentary and stuff like that, but, you know, also preparing for that next phase, obviously. Which is also, again, why we're so anecdoteless. I mean, do you want to hear the... I mean, I read the whole Wikipedia article on Turkish bagels, which are actually called simit, apparently. Good shot, good shot. They're delicious. I mean, I'll tell you, I know that technically calling it a bagel is maybe like a misnomer. There's some fantastic stuff here, okay? I'm pretty pleased with this. We were probably still not in danger, but this is really good. So, number one was actually a huge whiff. I didn't realize that we were at the tier cap for chocolate milk. But the damage up is so good here. But I've never eaten a round piece of bread in my life before that did not benefit from either toasting or putting like butter on it. I'm telling you, these simits, you can just kind of like rip into them and eat them, dude. They're delicious. Now, you know, you got to be kind of a fan of the flavor of sesame in order to enjoy them. But at the same time, is there anybody out there that doesn't enjoy sesame? I think it's like one of the most observably likable foods on planet Earth. Sesame seeds, I mean, specifically. But like the flavor of sesame oil, also delicious. I mean, sesame oil is like... I think it's the best oil for flavor. Now, admittedly, that doesn't mean it's universal, like, oh, you're gonna start frying your... you know, your French fries in sesame oil. But I just mean, like, in terms of, like, the actual flavor of the raw, uncooked oil. A little sesame oil goes a long way. And the sesame seed, I mean, it's got a little flavor. You can toast it. It's got a nice natural crunch to it. The only downside of the sesame seed is it gets everywhere. But I'll be honest with you, I think the if we had to do a power ranking of favorite seeds, I'd have to think about it. I'll tell you though, the seeds of most edible fruits would not be up there. They're a little like weirdly crunchy, and then a little, maybe like orange seeds, they get a little slimy on the inside. They got a high amount of bitterness associated with them. Tastes like a grapefruit peel. Now I can get down with it sometimes, but you know, only in accidental consumption. Pumpkin seeds, pepitas, sure, okay. I don't dislike them, but if you gave me the choice between pumpkin seeds and sesame seeds, I would be taking sesame seeds every time, I think. Trying to think of what other seeds are nuts the seeds of a tree. Biomajor. Okay, I'll say it so you don't have to. The thing is, and I'm being sincere when I say this, I think the biomajor criticisms are unfair because there's like a lot of natural, you know, flora and fauna on the earth. And people expect, like, they're like, well, I went to law school. I know everything there is about real estate law. How come you don't have, you don't know the answer about every single specific fruit or vegetable or animal or, you know, bacteria question I got? It's because it's like, there's a billion questions. You know, what is a real estate law? Pay your rent. Don't install spy cameras in your properties, you know, like it's probably like 99% of your cases right there, right? Can't imagine how difficult it is. What's lesson 3? How to buy property as a numbered corporation and then flip it to another numbered corporation that you own back and forth over the course of 10 years to artificially inflate property values? Come on. I watch the news. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. 48 wins in a row, and I'll see you next time. See ya!